Who pronounces the English language the best?
Oh, wow. Me.
You are now listening to the IELTS podcast.
Good points there. I've got another question. Maybe you
Great.
probably yeah, maybe you won't like this question, but it's it's a dirty question.
I'm
But
ready for anything then.
I'm thinking of students who have just got like maybe 2 weeks to improve and they need to improve fast. So
Right.
I'd like to know if there's an 80/20 hack, like a quick
Mm.
dirty fix we can use to improve our pronunciation. Maybe we covered it before when it was slow down or open the mouth would is there another hack that we should be
Look,
aware of?
yeah, look, the hack, I guess, for me, and look, for pronunciation is really those three key areas at the start that I discussed. So
Yeah.
rate of speech, good volume, and moving your mouth. They are the easiest things to change. If
Hmm.
you are not making, if they're the foundations for clear English. So if you're not making those correctly or doing them well, you can relatively easily change and improve your speech quickly. So really, they're definitely the first things that I recommend that people check. The other thing would really be word endings.
Hmm.
Definitely if people have problems with their word endings, they can make a huge difference quickly by improving the use of their word endings.
Yeah.
That makes a huge difference. And also improving your word stress. So understanding where we put the stress in multi-syllable words. That also has a huge effect on speech clarity. But unfortunately, with changing, sounds, vowel sounds and consonant sounds, I would say sorry, but 2 weeks is not long enough to make good change in those areas. It really, people have been making these sounds for a long time, ever since they started speaking English. So
Mm.
to change them, it's not an overnight process. So I wish I had more answers there for you, Ben, but really the rate, volume, how you
Uh-huh.
move your mouth, word endings and word stress is the way to go there.
Okay, all right. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's good. That's it. That would help. That would improve somebody's score incredibly. Just if they slowed down and followed your advice, they slowed down. They looked at the word endings, they looked at the tone, and if the vowel sounds, if they can do that, just slowing down, and that would definitely improve the score. So that's some great advice there. I've got another
Absolutely.
question. It's related to the schwa sound.
Yes. My
And
favorite sound.
okay, could you describe it and how we can get it, if that's all right?
Yes, absolutely. So I guess with regards to the schwa sound, the first thing we need to understand is that in English, every multi-syllable word has one stressed syllable, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The other syllables become weaker. They're unstressed. And
Mm-hmm.
often, but not always, but often in the unstressed syllables, we use a weak vowel. And this vowel is called schwa, as you mentioned. The
Right.
vowel schwa is a weak vowel that's only used in weak syllables, okay?
Right.
Now, we don't know the schwa vowel is there when we look at an English word. There's nothing in the spelling that tells us where a schwa is. So
Mm-hmm.
you can find schwa in your dictionary in the International Phonetic Alphabet. If you look in your dictionary, it's the symbol that looks like an upside down E vowel.
Mm-hmm.
So watch out for it in your dictionary next time you look up a word.
Mm-hmm.
But schwa is really easy to make, okay? All you need to do is completely relax your mouth and
Mm.
say, uh,
Uh,
uh. That's it.
okay.
Uh.
All
It's
right.
very quick and very weak. You don't round your lips. You don't move anything. It's the laziest sound that you can possibly make. Uh. And I'd like to give you an example now of when we use it. Is that okay?
Yeah, there, please.
Beautiful. So let's just talk for a minute about the word continue. Okay. Now that word has three parts, three
Mm-hmm.
syllables. Continue.
Mm-hmm.
The middle syllable is stressed. Okay, so if you have a listen to the tone or the pitch of my voice, you'll notice that it goes up on the second syllable. I say continue, continue. Now, the first and the last syllables are lower in pitch and they're not strong. Have another listen. Continue. Now, most non-native speakers say con in the first syllable. They
Yeah.
say con. They use the vowel o. And this is because that's how the word is spelled. That's
Yeah.
how it looks. Now, have a listen to how I say it. I say continue.
Mm.
I make that first vowel into a schwa. I make it weak.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't use a full vowel there because all of the stress is on the second syllable. We say continue. The
Right.
first syllable is weak.
Right then. And the only way we can be aware of this is by looking at the dictionary or having a good command of English and listening to the native speakers.
Absolutely. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
starting to listen. That's right. And this comes back to starting to listen to the music and the rhythm of English.
Right.
Yeah, so,
Right
yep.
then. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Tell us a bit about your center and the online courses especially, because I think with so many IELTS students studying in their countries, finding quality pronunciation help and having the ability to do it online is an absolute must. So could you just tell us a bit about that and how the courses work?
Absolutely. I'd be delighted. So our courses are all online, as Ben said. So basically we help people improve their English pronunciation, and we really help you to become much more aware and understand English pronunciation, because most people have not been taught properly English pronunciation at school.
Mm.
So we really find that people grow in confidence at having a really good understanding of English pronunciation terminology and vocabulary and the rules, and also being able to hear their own errors and everything. So our courses are 13 weeks long, and we have different courses for speakers of different languages,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And we basically, what happens is we give you access to lessons. We give you a recommended timetable, and you can take your lessons anytime online, and you can repeat lessons if you want.
Mm-hmm.
And we give lessons on all the areas of pronunciation that you need to improve for clearer English.
For your
Now,
specific, sorry to interrupt, but that would be for your specific nationality. Each course is tailored to your origin, to where you are from. Yeah?
exactly, exactly. So
Right.
we have a course for Mandarin speakers, for example, which is very different to our course for Russian speakers, for example. So,
Mm-hmm.
and that's really important when you're working on your pronunciation and receiving English pronunciation training, is that it is tailored. We give you loads and loads of practice. So we give you audio files, notes, and lots of listen and repeat practice with the videos as well.
Awesome.
Really, our aim is to help you understand the what, why, and the how of your English pronunciation. So what it is that you're doing wrong, why it's important, and then how to achieve good change with it. And I do urge people not to start working on your pronunciation, a month before your IELTS exam. I'm looking at starting, 3 or 4 months ahead is really, because it does take time for you to learn to hear
Mm.
um, the things that you need to change, and to hear what you're aiming for as well. So
Yeah.
our course really gives people detailed step-by-step teaching via video to
Mm-hmm.
help you understand your problems and how to fix them.
Right.
Each course includes over 20 hours of video and audio training, and you'll
Mm-hmm.
correct over 1,000 words, and you'll practice these in words and helpful phrases as well. And people really find that the course improves not just their speech clarity, but really improves their listening skills and their vocabulary and expression and their confidence too.
Excellent. Right. And
Yeah,
I just have another question. You said it's 13 weeks long. Yeah?
that's right. Yeah,
And
so
how
three
many
months.
hours a week would that include of
Yeah.
study?
So minimum, we recommend that people do at least 1 hour of video training each week.
Mm-hmm.
But there's lots more. As I said, your course includes over 20 hours of video and audio training, so there is more. That would be a minimum. And
Mm-hmm.
we do recommend that people do a minimum of 15 minutes practice with the audio files every day. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we do recommend some daily practice there, and we give you lots of ideas for practice too about how you can practice in your everyday life, not just with the audio files that we give you.
Oh, that's good.
And yeah, so there's loads of tips
Hmm.
as well, and people find that they, even after their 3-month course is finished, they have hours and hours of audio files to continue their practice with. And I've got students who, did the course many years ago who still use their audio files for regular practice to revise and continue to improve.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Right,
and
that's
our
interesting. And you said there's loads of practical tips for students to practice their English outside of the course. Could you just share one of those, if that's all right? And then we're almost finished.
No worries. So that would be something like, a lot of people say that they watch movies and things to practice their English. What I
Mm.
would recommend is that you watch 5 or 10 minutes, pause the video, and then basically tell the story of what just happened in your own words.
Mm.
Okay, so we're turning a listening exercise and comprehension exercise into a speaking exercise.
Mm.
So that would just be a really quick little tip that we give students.
Mm-hmm.
But there's lots of ways lots of ideas for making the jump between practicing in a structured practice exercise to using your speech sounds in your everyday
Mm-hmm.
speaking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good. That I like that exercise. And two students could do it together as well, or they could
definitely.
do it with the teacher. And
That would
yeah,
be
they can put all the things they just learnt, especially from this interview. They could start describing what happened, but slower, checking the pronunciation, even recording it if they were really determined and enthusiastic.
absolutely, that would be great.
Do you have anything? Ah, yeah, tell us where the website is, please.
Yes.
Tell us the address.
The website is starpronunciation.com. So that is star as in a star in the sky.
Hmm.
And make sure you spell pronunciation wrong. There's lots of people out there who say pronunciation, which is not quite correct. It's pronunciation. So
Uh-huh.
the website is www.starpronunciation.com. And we do have 5 free video tips which we'd love you to sign up to. It's a really great starting point for people who are wanting to start to think about these areas and start to improve their English pronunciation and speech clarity. So you can do that at our website. Sign up for the 5 free tips and email me anytime if you have any questions.
Thank you very much, Georgie. Ah, this is my last question. I
Great.
think I know the answer. I'm just checking. But who pronounces the English language the best?
Oh, wow. Me. um, look, I would have to say the British band. I'd have to go with you there.
I was just joking. I mean, I don't even pronounce British English. I've got this crazy, messed up northern
It's your accent, by the
farmer
way.
Yorkshire Lancashire accent. Mine's not, it's far from the best. Nah, but I
Um,
think I was just yeah, just
I've
I love the
never had a,
Australia. Sorry.
I was just going to say I've never had a student come and say that they want to speak New Zealand English, so
Ah.
I'm still waiting for that to happen.
Yeah, yeah. I get the same. Nobody in my life has ever said I want to speak like a Yorkshire farmer.
Happen one day, Ben, I'm sure.
I can keep dreaming. I can. We'll see. Yeah. Have you ever heard? I've forgotten what his name is now, but he's got awesome. Well, some of my favorites are David Attenborough.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love David Adams. He
Yeah.
uses excellent, really wonderful syllable stress, and that's what makes his English so interesting to listen to is,
Exactly. Is
yeah,
that
it's
that?
fabulous. Yeah.
So just the way that he places the syllables, that's what makes it and of course the content isn't bad, but he could talk about a brown paper bag and make it sound so
Absolutely.
interesting.
I would be riveted. Yes.
Exactly. Okay
Yeah.
then. All right. Well, thank you very much, Georgina. That was amazing. A really good interview there. And yeah, for all the students listening, I'd strongly recommend getting those video tips. And I'm going to put them on the Facebook page as well. I'm going to put a link up there. So I definitely listen to those, especially if pronunciation is an issue. And even if it's not a serious issue, have a look, and you could put the tips into practice, and you may find you probably find something that is at fault, and you could correct it as well. So I definitely go and check that out at www.starpronunciation.com. Yeah.
Fabulous. That's the one.
Awesome. All right, and thanks again, Georgie.
Thanks so much, Ben. Enjoy your
All right.
day. Thanks.
Okay.
It's been great.
Right then, I'll stop recording.
Take care.
That was fantastic. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Is that what you wanted?
Absolutely perfect. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, good,
What I was thinking I'll do is because I've got enough podcasts now to last releasing one every 3 weeks. I've got enough up until November, right?
Right.
And
Great.
it would be such a shame for like listeners to wait. So what I'll do is once I've finished editing it, I'll send you the 2 edited versions because I'll probably split it up, and
Great.
I'll send you those 2 versions, and then you could maybe put one of them on your website for like as a bonus or something like that. There's a bonus for IELTS students, and then I'll release it to everybody else in the public probably November or December. Is that okay?
Okay. That sounds great. Yeah, that'd be really fabulous.
Awesome. Okay,
Thank
right.
you.
Well, I'll get the recording done in I think maybe in about a week or so.
Beautiful.
And then I'll send it straight over. All right?
Thanks, Ben. That's great. Lovely to chat.
All right. Yeah. Thank you very much, Georgie. Have a good week.
Thanks so much. And can you just tell me how just so I can post on our Facebook site and everything, do people sign up for free? How does it work with your podcasts? Just give me a rundown.
Okay, yeah. All of them are available at the website at IELTSPodcast.com, and they can subscribe to get them all for free and to get all the updates through iTunes, because that's where I get most of my visitors from iTunes.
Okay, great.
And yeah, they're available at the website and at iTunes. And then sometimes I offer some extra podcasts if they sign up, like as a free gift.
Okay.
And yeah, and then that's when once they subscribe, then they can get like lots of email help as well, of like tips and stuff like that. But yeah, mainly it's just all available at the website, and they don't even have to sign up to get the majority of them.
Beautiful. And would it be sort of relevant to our people that aren't even studying for IELTS, like, our professionals and all that sort of stuff, or is it really for IELTS students?
No, the majority of it's 50-50. 50% are of the podcasts are for IELTS specific exams, but there are other skills in there that are covered, like even just a general guide of how to improve your English, your listening abilities, maybe your reading abilities. The reading one that's just up now, that's really good, especially for the exam, but even for business professionals who have to do a lot of reading,
Okay, great.
So,
excellent. All right, I'll pop that in our because we've got as part of our course, we've got sort of general sheets on improving your English for IELTS and improving your general English and listening to podcasts and stuff. So I'll pop you on the list there.
Oh yeah, that'd be excellent. That'd be great.
Awesome.
Right.
Awesome. Thank you.
Well, yeah, thanks very much, Georgie, and I'll send you an email once it's all done.
Thanks, Ben. Great to chat. Keep in touch.
You too. Take care.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks for listening to IELTSPodcast.com. And remember to leave your email for updates.